All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your topsy-turvy BTC market, but topsy-turvy in a good way. BTC yesterday got quite a bit of support, especially in the past 24 hours. So here we go. Low and slow yesterday during the show. Things were breaking down a little bit. Not bad, but we were playing in this triangle area right here, and we ended up yesterday by the end of the day with a nice hammer candle. And then even today already, we're fairly well elevated towards recent highs. Volume's good. My volume aggregation tool shows the buyers have finally shown up. And so that's good action. I'll take it. Um, yeah, that's really good. So right now is a good time to get your watch list ready and get ready to go. I think, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we'll chop back down and come chopping lower, but we start edging over this recent high 68,374. Maybe that could bring in some more buyers to the point where we have a shot here of breaking the 71,970. For me, that's the level, 71,970. If we get past that, especially if volume is good, at least on pace for minimum double average volume, ideally more, then that would be a case for Bitcoin to go on a massive, massive run. Okay. Now, we have talked about that in the past, mainly on the way up right here after we kind of form this low. Obviously, been a little bit more bearish recently, breaking down these because sometimes what happens is you go and you put in a range here for like a month or so. Wasn't expecting us to pull back so fast, and so that's why it's good to not forecast too much and stay with the market. Now, these words that I'm saying on these videos that I'm doing, they don't mean anything necessarily for. How do I put this correctly? I let the market tell me what to do. I don't like to forecast what I would like to see in the market, even though I may say that sometimes. What I'm doing is I'm trying to give out possibilities or things that are statistically likely given what we're doing. Okay. But for the most part, I really just monitor the markets. And so usually when you start breaking trend lines, such as these, you start to break things down here. But the market can surprise you and show bullish action. That's good. If it surprises you and shows much more bearish action, that's bad. And you can kind of adjust accordingly. So it's definitely like surfing a wave, right? You can expect things to happen, but sometimes unexpected does. So I like this unexpected volume aggregation tool bullish. Everything's starting to look pretty good. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana. Yesterday we talked about it moving back into the pattern and that being a negative, although it wasn't a deal breaker. But look at this, by the end of yesterday, it didn't even close in the trend line here. So that's really, really good in my book. Now we did just try to go higher, couldn't quite pull it off yet. But Solana is looking good. We're above the 172.67. If you still got this name, if you never sold this name, if you're cash, if you're not in this name, it's a little bit tricky because you're sitting underneath this right here at the 190, 180, 188.89 is the actual high. So yeah, pretty much 189. That could be your goal level for Solana if the market stays bullish. And that's the tinge here. That's the whole thing. If the market stays bullish, you can go with it. You can try to ride it. If we're still choppy, it's going to be harder to ride it, okay? We're in that weird middle ground where we're looking like we could break out, but if we roll over, it's just more consolidation. Doesn't mean the market's dead, but it means more consolidation. And the big trigger for that would be BTC breaking that much larger trend line down here, which it has quite a bit of room to go. So we could come up here and then roll right back over and then do the whole checking out the triangle thing, which we still may do, okay? But it gets a little trickier in names like Solana, where you're already a little bit elevated and looking for a much larger breakout. You zoom out on Solana, this is a huge base. Let's get rid of the trend lines for right now and just go really big naked chart. What you're seeing is a very large consolidation, similar to something like this, that could have a substantial move. And that was on the order of 500%. I'm not sure if 500% is due, but this is a very, very large, this whole thing is one big base from here to here. So if you want to be really pragmatic about it, you take a measured move here from 25 to 200. It's about $175 move. That's $375 potentially, just from a dollar to dollar perspective, right? Which is on the tune of about 100%. So you're looking at maybe a major move incoming. So you do want to think big, right? You do want to think big, and timing right now is the key. And how to trade these is really the X factor. You can see all the alerts we've had on Solana. It's just had a tremendous, great move all the way up. All right, on to our hot coins of the day. And get my chart set up more aptly for this type of a thing. TAO, which is Bittensor. Bittensor now trying to go for it. This is breaking out of this high right here, right now. Volume's pretty good. VA2 is still mixed, so that's not ideal. But it is trying to go for it. Declining trend line breaking. Now, the question is, this is not a leader. Do you want to go with this? That's the question. Your stop, your best stop is really down way too far. This may not be tradable if you're trading by good stop techniques. Down, 15% stop, you really can't do that. So if you're looking for another stop that may be worthwhile, I don't like this trade right now. Would have been better here. Still would have been a big stop, but more manageable at 10%. Yeah, I don't know if this is one you can take. This is a tricky one. It's a tricky one because it never really set up. It set up low and then came up fast. Those are hard to take. So TAO, good signature for the market though, breaking the trend line. If it can contain this upward momentum and keep it, that's good. Trend line right now would be like this. That would be your overall exit right there. And then stacks. So stacks here. So some alts are looking pretty good, but not amazing. Not amazing, but they're setting back up again. So yesterday, you can see that we were down in the dumps. And again, the whole market rallying through, right? We're going to end how we began with that sentiment. Market kind of shifted sentiment in the past 24 hours. And then rallying up here pretty good. No trade right now, I don't think. But yeah, these are your two top 50 tokens. Other than Render was top 50, but apparently Render changed its sign to RENDER, and it's just a big choppy mess right now. You go to Render USDT here, and the exchanges aren't very good. So Render, another one sitting up there in that top 50, but also not a good look right there. But again, I guess they changed symbol on some exchanges. I'm not sure why. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. A little bit longer than 5 minutes, but the market is turning bullish. BTC, Solana. I really like the fact they're able to come back. This shows me a little bit of resiliency. Even if we come back down, we'll probably come back up again. Not guaranteed, but I get that feeling now that we've done this at least once. Okay, so we need to prove ourselves some more. I don't think it's all in go time yet. Breaking this 71,967, 970 would be an all go opportunity in my opinion. But that's a good signature, and I'm glad to see it. All right, everyone, have a great day. I'll see you on Monday on Altcoin Buzz Trading.